When you are putting on any kind of show, you know that people will always remember two things. One is the opening of the show and the other is the final moments for what has taken place. Since we are looking at wrestling, the opening will more often than not be a Chris Jericho match. I mean, come on, he does loves to open a pay-per-view. So therefore, very often a wrestling pay-per-view or PLE lives and dies based on the quality of its ending. Not only is it the best possible sell for the next episode of TV, but it wraps up everything you've seen in a nice emotional bow. Sometimes WWE end their pay-per-views in grand style with confetti raining from the ceiling with the fans all in floods of tears, and sometimes WWE ends its shows by having a demon reach his full power only to have the top rope break with no explanation and for this to never be mentioned again. Yes, Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns at Extreme Rules 2021. I am looking at you. Some of the endings on this list are memorably good and some are memorably bad, but all of them are memorable and worth checking out. Number 10. WrestleMania 9. The highly anticipated main event of WrestleMania 9 was set to feature Bret the Hitman Hart defending his WWF Championship against the Royal Rumble victor, Yokozuna. The narrative painted Yokozuna as an unstoppable force, pitted against Bret Hart, who was emerging as the face of the newly rebranded, steroid-free WWF. It was a classic showdown of wrestling skills versus sheer power. The fans eagerly anticipated Bret's triumph over this foreign adversary. As the grand event unfolded, the unexpected transpired. Bret fell victim to a handful of salt in the eyes, leading to his defeat. But then, Hulk Hogan made his return to the WWF. Hogan, who had endured his own share of controversy following the steroid scandal, came to Bret's rescue. With reassurance to Bret that this injustice would not stand, Hogan emerged as the knight in shining armor. In a mere 30 seconds, Hogan secured a WWF title match and emerged victorious, now proudly holding the WWF Championship. Which was a twist in the tale that even the most seasoned fan didn't see coming. Hogan's return and sudden championship win reverberated through the wrestling world, overshadowing Bret's earlier encounter. And just like that, backstage politics played their hand, leaving Bret Hart with his boots still on while Hogan basked in newfound glory. Number 9. Bad Blood 1997. Nothing caps off a show quite like the explosive debut of a scorching new star. Bad Blood 1997, an event that etched two sensational debuts into wrestling history. The first masterpiece was the introduction of the diabolical structure known as Hell in a Cell, aptly nicknamed the Devil's Playground, the Satanic Structure, or even the Cage of Rage. Within this ominous cage, Shawn Michaels collided with The Undertaker, an iconic match that would go on to earn a glorious 5-star rating from the esteemed Dave Meltzer. Yet, what elevated its memorability was the simultaneous debut of the Big Red Machine Kane. Kane, the enigmatic figure previously cast as Isaac Yankem, Fake Diesel, and even the Christmas Creature, finally found his stride. He emerged, slow and menacing, adorned in a bone-chilling mask. As the ever-exuberant Vince McMahon practically pushed his vocal cords to the limit, bellowing, "That's gotta be Kane." The demon proceeded to rip the very door off the cell and stride in and deliver a spine-tingling tombstone to The Undertaker. This electrifying move paved the way for a battered Shawn Michaels to sneak a triumphant victory. Kane's arrival stands as one of the most captivating debuts in wrestling annals. It was the perfect punctuation to an event, a sensational note to end on, reverberating with shock, memorability, and pure iconography. Number 8. Money in the Bank 2011. You wished, you dared to dream, you fervently prayed, yet deep down, the notion of CM Punk walking out of the WWE with the coveted championship felt like a distant fantasy. The storyline unfurled, Punk's charisma and boldness propelling him into the wrestling stratosphere. But in the realm of realism, could he truly snatch the championship away? Recall the last decade, a tumultuous journey defined by Punk's recurring rise, only to be repeatedly yanked down. He stood on the precipice of glory, the spotlight inching closer, only to dissolve like a mirage. World championships slipped through his fingers like sand, a narrative both tragic and exasperating. The inaugural reign slipped away in the shadows, while the second was punctuated by a notorious squash by The Undertaker. The Straight Edge Society, once ablaze, flickered out, a casualty of fleeting brilliance. Nexus, too, flamed and fizzled. Yet, amidst this rollercoaster of ambition and setbacks, Chicago played host to an electrifying spectacle, a narrative twist etching itself into history. CM Punk, defying expectations, defying the odds, eclipsed John Cena for the championship. A triumph that felt as extraordinary as it was unbelievable. In a masterstroke, Punk repelled the looming threat of a Money in the Bank cash-in and vanished from the arena, clutching the championship, leaving a trail of astonishment and jubilation in his wake. This climactic moment stands as a testament to wrestling's ability to defy the script, to astonish, and to gift fans an unscripted masterpiece. It was a conclusion bathed in joy, an ending that etched itself into the annals of pay-per-view lore. The unexpected became the euphoric, a reminder that in the realm of wrestling, anything can transpire. Number 7. The Great American Bash 2004. The stage is set for the main event at the Great American Bash 2004, a 2-on-1 handicap match pitting the legendary Undertaker against the Dudley Boyz. The catch? If The Undertaker doesn't throw the match, a dire fate awaits Paul Bearer, entombed in a glass box at the entrance. What's the threat? Well, the ominous glass enclosure would be filled with unforgiving cement, spelling doom for Bearer. In the end, The Undertaker prevails, defeating his opponents and thereby sparing Paul Bearer from the deadly cement coffin. But hold on, the tale takes an even darker twist. Fearing future manipulation through his mentor, The Undertaker takes decisive action. With a single pull of a lever, he condemns Paul Bearer to a watery grave as the cement engulfs him, live on television. Viewers at home were stunned as they witnessed a man actually being submerged in cement, prompting outrage and concern. Swiftly recognizing the uproar, WWE hurried to address the issue on SmackDown, proclaiming that Paul Bearer had suffered severe injuries but was miraculously still alive. It was an attempt to douse the flames of controversy, but the shockwave had already resonated far and wide. Number 6. WrestleMania 31. Now, rewind to a time when the wrestling cosmos was skeptical, to put it mildly. WrestleMania 31 was on the horizon, and frankly, expectations weren't soaring high. The main event spotlight was on Roman Reigns, fresh from igniting the #frenzy of cancelled WWE Network at the Royal Rumble. Enter Brock Lesnar, his contract with the WWE teetering on the edge as WrestleMania beckoned. With the writing on the wall, the impending conclusion of Reigns being crowned champion had fans up in arms. The formula seemed fixed, and it didn't sit well with many. But here's where WWE's uncanny ability to flip the script took center stage. Like a phoenix from the ashes, the ending, oh, what an ending. Picture this, the battleground, a ring strewn with battered bodies, an exhausted canvas. Enter Seth Rollins, heralded by his music, clutching the coveted briefcase, his golden ticket to opportunity. With a sprint that could rival an Olympian's, he leapt into the fray. The match's dynamics shifted dramatically as a triple threat spectacle began. Rollins seized the moment, pinning Roman Reigns and deftly escaping with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. In a masterstroke of storytelling, WWE had pulled off the impossible. It was an exhibition in booking brilliance, a textbook case of turning a seemingly insurmountable challenge into an unforeseen triumph. Number 5. New Year's Revolution 2006. Speaking of Money in the Bank, let's stroll down memory lane and relish the plethora of thrilling moments that iconic briefcase has gifted WWE fans throughout the years. From Dolph Ziggler's triumphant cash in post-Mania to the fiery angry Miz girl, the memories are a treasure trove. But my friends, let's rewind to where it all began, New Year's Revolution. Edge, the master of seizing the opportune moment, etched his name in history as the pioneer of Money in the Bank cash-ins. And what timing it was. The moniker Ultimate Opportunist wasn't handed to Edge, it was earned in a flash of brilliance. John Cena, a polarizing figure in the eyes of fans, had just successfully defended his belt within the brutal confines of the Elimination Chamber. Enter the stage, none other than the man in a trench coat with a briefcase that held dreams and championships. Amidst the buzz, the behemoth Vince McMahon emerged, like a harbinger of imminent change. The proclamation rang out, Edge versus John Cena for the WWE title, right there, right then. The arena's atmosphere crackled with anticipation, and in a heartbeat, the course of history changed. 2 spears, that's all it took. 2 spears and Edge stood victorious, the coveted WWE title hoisted high. Number 4. Survivor Series 2000. Survivor Series 1999, where Steve Austin was primed for a triple-threat WWF title showdown against The Rock and Triple H, but fate threw a curveball as Austin was abruptly sidelined, the victim of a car ambush by an unknown assailant. Fast forward a year, and the identity of the vehicular villain was unveiled: Rikishi, the mastermind behind the wheel. However, the twist was that Rikishi had been working under Triple H's command. Now, Survivor Series 2000 unfolds. Austin and Triple H escalate their feud to the parking lot, and the stakes are raised to vehicular mayhem. Triple H hops into a car with rather sinister intentions, murdering Austin on the grand stage of live television. What could possibly go awry? Suddenly, Austin commandeers a forklift. With a daring move, he elevates the car housing Triple H an astonishing 30 feet into the air, letting it plummet onto the unforgiving concrete below. Curtain falls, show ends. Yet, questions arise. How does one sneak up on someone with a colossal, attention-grabbing forklift? Why didn't Triple H exit the car from the other side at any juncture? And finally, the elephant in the room: murder. It's a conclusion that leaves us with raised eyebrows, stirring a mix of awe, confusion, and bemusement. Like a riddle wrapped in a mystery, Survivor Series 2000 remains a true enigma. Number 3. Survivor Series 2016. Goldberg beat Brock Lesnar in 1 minute and 26 seconds. What the hell more do you need to know? Oh, and don't forget the time he also beat the seemingly unstoppable Fiend. Number 2. WrestleMania X7. Picture this: an impeccable display of technical wizardry in the Angle vs. Benoit showdown, an extravagant operatic tale enacted by Vince and Shane, and the spellbinding pandemonium of the tables, ladders, and chairs match. The main event has etched its name in the annals of wrestling history: Steve Austin vs. The Rock. These titans, the very colossi that shook the wrestling cosmos, clashed with unrelenting fervor for the grandeur of the WWF title. Amid this glorious chaos, a testament to their unshakable tenacity, the match intensified with every heartbeat. Stone Cold Steve Austin, the rebel, the anti-hero, the very embodiment of defiance, choosing to align with the embodiment of authority, Vince McMahon himself. This paradigm shift, this audacious betrayal, marked a transformation as seismic as an earthquake. The rattlesnake that had fought tooth and nail against the establishment now clinked glasses and shared a toast with the very embodiment of corporate dominance. The echoing cry of Jim Ross, the voice of our wrestling souls, mirrored the collective disbelief felt by millions. Number 1. Survivor Series 1997. The night when the thin line between wrestling and reality was obliterated. Brace yourself for the tale that needs no introduction: the infamous Montreal Screwjob. Witnessing Bret Hart, the stalwart champion, being ensnared in a web of betrayal is like watching a tragic opera unfold. The Montreal Screwjob, a phrase now etched into wrestling folklore, conjures memories of that fateful day, when Bret, the Canadian icon, got more than he bargained for. Revisiting this spectacle is akin to stepping into a time machine. Amidst the chaos, the mess, the cacophony of chaos, our attention darts between every detail. The frenetic energy, the chorus of voices at ringside, the exodus of Earl Hebner, the referee, his flight akin to that of a fleeing deer. The tableau is a mesmerizing, chaotic dance. Bret's fury, his visceral reaction, paints a portrait of raw, unfiltered emotion. Ringside turns into a battleground, spittle flies, and the air crackles with tension. What a crazy moment that no one will forget. That concludes our journey through these unforgettable wrestling moments. As we bask in the wake of these riveting tales, don't hesitate to share your thoughts below in the comments, and don't forget to like, comment, and share. We shall see you next time on German Suplex.